Good day and welcome back to One Step at a Time Farmstead. I'm Lucas and I'm so happy to have you with us today. It's supposed to be autumn here by us, going into the later part of autumn, but our weather is still so warm. I just spoke to my next door neighbor and told him about the trees that I planted and they started blossoming. And he said, yeah, you noticed the same thing with these Christmas roses. Now, for those of you that don't know what a Christmas rose is, I'll show you a picture here. In South Africa, it's known as a Christmas rose because basically it starts blooming just before Christmas or during the Christmas holidays. To have it blossoming in the start of winter is very uncommon. So yeah, what's going on with the weather is not, I'm not really sure, and I don't want to go down any conspiracy theory route. There's already a lot of that out on social media, but I can say it is uncommonly hot here for this time of year. What we are doing today, I want to start some cuttings from our plum and apricot tree that we planted the other day and basically clone them because although they are self-fertilizing, they do fertilize a lot better if you've got two of each in your garden. When we moved over to this property, I know I packed my rooting hormone powder, but I can't find it anywhere. So I'm going to try and do it as an experiment and just share the results with you. I think how people propagated it before there was any rooting powder should be more or less, the same way. And I've done a bit of research and there's quite a couple of different methods. And I'm going to try two side by side and see what gives us the best results, or maybe it will all be a failure, but we'll check. We won't know if we won't try. So I invite you to join me in this experiment and together with me, see what happens. Okay, so I took some cuttings. This is from the apricot tree and these are from the prune tree, and you can see the blossoms on here. And let's just see how successful we can be in this experiment. What I'm going to do is I've got 4 coffee jars over here and I filled it, with a little bit of water. And I'm going to, in one jar, put and soak the apricot cutting and leave it to soak up and see if we can get it to root. And in the next jar, I've also got some water, but I'll add soil. Yeah, I actually wanted to extend the experiment to start rooting them in pots as well. But I think for now, because I don't have my rooting powder, I'm going to do it in a mini greenhouse setup and hope to get better results in that way. Okay, from the apricot tree, I could only take a little cutting, but I'll take some of the side shoots and try to get them to root as well, because during the move it did get damaged quite a bit, so I couldn't take too much. But because it's an experiment, let's see how I'll get it done with this. So I just want to take the cutting and cut it off by this node here, and I'll remove the rest as well. Get rid of the smaller ones and try and do something with those that are a bit bigger, and obviously use the thicker stem part as well. And then with the prune trees, the plum tree, I'll take these off and maybe get some about 2 or 3 sections off of this one. I'm going to use some labels and some sellotape just to label the jars, what is what. So I'm just going to cut this here, just clean up these limbs. I'm leaving a bit of, the node here, so that if there's growth, it will start rooting from there. So I don't remove the complete node. I'm going to keep that one as well. Maybe even that one. So you'll see these nodes going up, so that is direction up. And this is down. And what I want to do is just cut it at an angle just below the bottom. Okay, and this, I'm just going to let it soak. I actually wish I had done it a bit longer, or had a bit of a taller branch here, but for the experiment, this one will do. I think I'm just going to put another one in here as well. Okay, under the node, at a bit of an angle. There we go. I'll remove this. About there as well. And this is the apricot. Apricot, and today's date, which is the 25th. Now the second one, I actually want to try and grow in a bit of a soil medium, but still have the greenhouse effect in the jar. Just make sure it's all settled in there. So now one of two things is going to happen here. It might either rot, which I think is more likely, or it might, I don't know, settle. I don't have the best pieces to do much with, but let's see. I think this one looks the best out of them all. So again, at the bottom, at a bit of an angle, there's the node. Going to remove the rest as best possible. Okay. With a pen or a stick, just make a bit of a hole. And get at least 2 or 3 nodes in the hole. Just going to add a drop more water. Of course, we want to ensure that that stays nice and moist. Wonder if I should do another one. Probably won't hurt. I think I'm going to use this one. Let's take that piece off there. And I'm going to leave it as is and just press this into the ground as well. Okay, this is more new growth. Just to give you an idea of how hot it is, the camera turned off because it overheated, and that happened about 2 or 3 times during our midsummer. The wind just picked up. So I've got these 4 jars ready. The purple is my plum cutlings, and the yellow is the apricot. And yeah, I don't know whether it's going to be successful or not. Of course, the cutlings may be a bit short, but like I said, it's an experiment, and let's see what happens. Okay, so I've got them here in my office where I can keep an eye on them. I might redo these labels because they're skew and it's bugging me. But anyway, they are in a nice, warm, but not too hot place and out of direct sunlight. And let's see how they are doing over the next month or so and whether we have any success or not. So thank you for following with me and doing this experiment with me. I'm not too sure about the pots with the soil in because, you know, the soil doesn't drain, although the soil is only moist and not flooded. But I think it may cause some anaerobic odors or something like that, and maybe it may fail, maybe not. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a control in a pot that can actually drain. Yeah, so if you think, you know, having control is better, well, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there that can give me a bit of better advice. You know, I'm just trying to do it this way because I can't find my rooting powder. But yeah, if you have any advice or any comments, please feel free to comment on the section below. I'll appreciate it very much. I always welcome and value any constructive criticism, any direction, any correction. If you are maybe a bit more, if you've got maybe a bit more experience in starting trees from cuttings, please advise me and let me know what I did wrong, if I did anything wrong, or if there's a more effective way, and just please give your input. I'll appreciate it very much. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for doing this experiment with me. I'll update every now and then if I see any changes or progress or failure. I know with the research that I did, some people say that you'll start seeing results within 10 days. Others say 21 days, others 30 days, and some people say it might take even up to a year to read. So let's see how this goes. Again, thank you for spending time with me today. I appreciate you very much. God bless you. See you in the next one.